Before we get absolutely shit-faced, I'd like to remind everybody that this podcast contains two very pissed up gays of their opinions, rants and raves in life, and overall explicit content which we know you will love. Everyone and anyone is welcome to this podcast, so strap yourselves in, pour yourself a large one, down it just like us, and pour another, and let's get this going and read between the wines. Post-trip, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm so glad to be home.
We'll get more into the holiday a little bit later, but yeah, just to begin with, good, bad?
It was very much needed. We had a nice rest and relaxation time. We had some good weather. You know, we've come back quite bronzed, I think.
Yeah, I mean that's one. I'm looking at that bolly now, thinking, I wish.
This is the remnants of last recording, isn't it?
Because we was in such a rush last time because we headed straight to the airport.
We did, yeah, straight from the studio to the.
But yeah, it was nice to have some sun. Yeah, that was lovely. It was lovely. The pool was nice. Can't say I like the area, but
no, I didn't think much of the area. There wasn't much to do.
No,
and a lot of it smelt of. Shit.
Yeah, we'll come on to that in a little while. But on the whole, it was lovely, and it was lovely to get some sun, to get away, and a nice little bit of relaxation before the tech rehearsals and the live show logistics and all that. Now revs up.
Absolutely, yeah, of course.
But yeah, as I just said, and we always say, live show 29th of November at the Tramshed Theatre in Woolwich. Tickets are selling fast, so please, if you want to come, if you listen, if you want to have a laugh, please come and join us. As we say every episode, this is all in aid for Seed Eating Disorder charity, which has had to pause just for a moment, not forever, but just paused and had a little reset just while they work through the transformation of the charity, and doing this to ensure that they continue to provide the life-saving care as they always have. So yes,
such a worthwhile cause. Yeah.
So yeah.
So what the hell are you waiting for? Go and buy tickets now.
Come and join us. There'll be free wine. Before we go, we'll dive back into the holiday in a minute, but let's go straight into some news. And I think the main news story this week, which took us by surprise, we wasn't even in the country, was the tragic news of Liam Payne passing away. So yeah, falling from the third floor balcony to his death in Buenos Aires. Argentinian authorities are now saying that he was potentially under the influence of a potent drug known to cause psychotic attacks or hallucinations when he died. But this is just allegedly what the police are saying.
Sure.
None of that really matters, does it?
No.
Doesn't really matter.
At the end of the day, the cutting short of a life, like so young as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's awful.
It's tragic.
We've seen this a lot. Like, I say a lot, but we've seen similar circumstances recently.
We have,
following the death of Jamie Hensley's partner as well, and they're not the only, like, this happens a lot. And I said to you today, like, I don't know whether like the logistics or the architecture of a balcony needs to be looked at.
Yeah, I mean, these buildings, I mean, that they're not even that high, these buildings, because you think of some of the buildings in the Middle East that go.
Yeah, but But this is what we're saying. How many people fall out of those buildings?
I guess because they're sealed.
They're not celebrities either, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah, of course.
Just like we've had two people recently in the media that's fallen to their death. I mean, I bet it happens a lot more than two people.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So yeah, what a tragic end to such a young and talented life.
Yeah.
And his sister's post, and Cheryl's actually, but the sister's one got me the most, where she said, "I'm sorry I couldn't save you." That cut really deep.
Yeah.
So yeah, thoughts and prayers go out to the boys of 1D and their friends and family and everybody around the world that loves Liam Payne. And, you know, it's just a tragic end to a young life. So,
absolutely, yeah. So, yeah, thoughts and prayers to all his friends and family.
Yes. Hundreds of protesters have stormed a beach in Tenerife, leaving British holidaymakers covering their towels as Spain's anti-tourism movement continues to gain momentum. Wow. One woman was carrying a cardboard poster which said, "Tourists, go fucking home."
Are you sure that wasn't you?
Well, no, I mean, listen, right, when I saw this story, I thought, yeah, I understand, like, especially the Canary Islands, they want to keep, you know, their local people want their, you know, it to be beautiful and, you know, full of local people.
Of course, yeah.
However, tourism brings in so fucking much to your country, as it does our country, as it does every country in the world. I can't help but think they've been a bit dramatic on this one.
Yeah, I think I mean, I don't know what else they would do economically without
I saw some of the pictures. I was like, listen, there was one picture of a lady just on the beach with a little sun lounger thing, and there was a whole circle of people with placards covering her, trying to block the sun. I would have got up. I would have beat every single fucking person in my way. I would have gone mental. Like that poor lady. She looked so.
Oh God.
She looked so overwhelmed. God, good job that weren't me on that beach. Tell you now.
You'd have turned around and scurfed off with them up.
There would have been a Spanish genocide. That's all I've got to say. Yeah. I do understand their logic. They're British people. We saw it being away this week. British people can be really fucking embarrassing.
They can.
So I don't blame them to an extent, but the approach. Intimidating tourists. It's not their fault. They've paid their holidays. Blame your government.
Absolutely. For spending funds on not... Yeah.
Blame your fucking government for allowing all these batshit crazy British people into your country. It's not the tourists' fault.
No, that's it. Like, the money they're bringing in, like, if they were using it for local stuff, then would they be complaining? No. If they're going to spend on just another, couple of sun lounges that cost 200 quid to just have for an hour, like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, blame the government.
I'll be having strong words with Maria this week, that's all I've got to say. Wine, I love this story. We haven't got much news this week, but we didn't want to cover much. A wine gang busted this week after selling fake vintage bottles of wine for £12,500, when in fact it was just cheap plonk. Police have arrested 7 people following raids in France and Italy during a Europe-wide investigation. The group is alleged to have made more than €2 million profit from this game. How fucking stupid does one person have to be? Like, I love wine. This is a wine podcast. I know the difference between a nice wine and a shite wine. Yeah. If you're paying £12,500 for a bottle of wine, you're a fucking idiot as far as I'm concerned.
But then I think that's probably how they got away with it, because, like, vintage wine, they wouldn't drink it, would they? They just want it bottled and displayed in a fucking cabinet. So if you're an idiot and you're going to buy wine not to drink, then...
Well, if vintage label seems to fucking sell now, I should have put that on my fucking underwear years ago. Might have got a bit more lucky.
but then again, like, it makes me think maybe we should scuff up some of our labels for our bottles and mark them as vintage.
God, what, this balsamic vinegar that we call wine for our podcast? Yeah, this is what we're going to serve on the night.
Do you know what it also, that story reminds me of? There's that famous episode of Only Fools and Horses where they have Pickham Spring.
Oh yeah, the water. Yeah, he bottles all the water.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's out of an allotment.
I mean, fair play. I mean, it's against the law, which obviously is not great. But fair play, if you're going to literally like scam some idiots into buying £12,500 bottle of wine from you, then you're fucking stupid.
Absolutely, yeah, that's right.
It's probably these people that have more money than sense. They just see the label and think, oh, that must be lovely. It's £12,000. I don't care if it's £12,000 or £12. If it's nice, I'll drink it. If it's not nice, I won't. I can't believe, reading this fucking story, that bottle of cheap shite must have been worthy or tasted like a £12,500 bottle of wine.
It probably also goes to show how stupid these people are, that they wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
We shouldn't have told this story. We should have left this on the night of the live podcast at the theatre when we're giving out wine. I should have contacted these lot. And I should have contacted these lot to do the catering. You know.
Yes. We can't guarantee vintage wine at our podcast.
Definitely not.
But there'll be wine flowing.
I would hope it would be nice. I mean, the wine that we supplied last time was nice.
It was
we supplied red, white and rosé, didn't we?
We did, yeah. It was very nice.
Oh, that's the thing. Anyone that listens to this podcast that has a preference, please let us know if you're coming, and we will make sure that there's a fine balance between red, white and rosé, as well as soft drinks, but I don't really want to talk to those people.
You're uninvited.
I'm going to be fucked for getting on that. Can't get words out. Fucked as a drunk. Not getting fucked on the stage.
It's not that kind of show, listeners. No,
definitely not. Definitely not. I will, but yeah. That just made me laugh, that story.
That's a great story. Some people are morons, aren't they?
Some people got more money than sense.
More money than sense.
I say this as I'm looking at my Prosecco dispenser over there that I bought, which has stayed in the box, which we've not used yet, which we will use on the night.
We will do, yeah.
Well, enough about news then. I want to go back to this holiday. We've got quite a bit to unpack.
We do have a lot to unpack. Yes, we do.
We have a few. Oh, we have a few rants, don't we? This was mainly your rant. It wasn't really mine, but the man with the crutch or the walking stick.
So we'll get on to these people later, but they were part of a group who were also annoying us elsewhere. But I couldn't help but notice that, they were running around the pool, jumping in, swimming, diving in, blah, blah, blah.
Like, not just diving in. He almost did a fucking backflip into the water, this guy.
Which is amazing because he was a big guy.
Yeah.
But as I came back from the bar on my 20th or 30th trip, no doubt, I saw one of those grey crutches that you get from hospitals.
He had nothing wrong with him, but
Absolutely
he had a crutch.
Not. Yeah,
that is broken Britain at its fucking finest.
Truly is. Like I don't think I saw him use it once.
I thought you've got a crutch and you're running. You're acting like Tom Daly at that swimming pool, and you've got a crutch. He did not fucking need that crutch.
But then I think so. On the final day, I don't know if he heard us say it because I think I did.
Did he start limping?
I think I did notice him kind of limping as he ran. Wow. You're not fooling anyone, hun. No.
Should have got my camera out and sent it to the what's it called? What's the place that does it? Department of Work and Pensions.
Yeah,
one
exactly.
Of those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wouldn't usually grasp, but that family pissed me off.
Absolutely, they did. Yeah, and yeah, that was just something I saw, and I was just like, God, and I'm sure he's not the only one who does it, but he's the only one I saw, and he got right on my coat.
What about the trip with the horse? I feel like we need to. Talk about that and unpack that a little bit.
Yes.
So, for context, for those that listen, we was in a hotel which did some entertainment, which was okay. It wasn't great, but I weren't interested in any of it. But there was one night I was interested in, and because they did karaoke, and I knew I was going to show everyone up by getting on, and I made them put me on last.
You did, yeah,
and I blew the fucking place
away. Absolutely did,
as always.
Standing ovation.
I got an encore. I got asked to do another one. Which I said no. I didn't say no. They
always leave them wanting
more. But anyway, before the karaoke, they did a tombola. I didn't know what tombola was. I thought it was bingo.
No. Tombola.
Oh God. Anyway, these sort of things cringe me out anyway. I don't like hotel entertainment. But this one, there's tombola. God, it was like dead cheap, weren't it? Dead cheap.
Yeah.
So we thought, fuck it, we'll enter it. There was 3 prizes, wasn't there? There was 3 shitty prizes.
There were 4. Oh yeah, 3 shitty prizes. Yeah,
3 shitty prizes and 3 whatever. Can't remember. There was 3 good ones and 3 bad ones, right? So the bad ones was like a toy camel, a shisha pipe. Actually, not even that bad.
Yeah, no.
And the good ones was a massage, a day in the spa, and a trip on the horse.
Yes.
However. The way, maybe it's their lovely, Tunisian accent, but the way they said horse sounded like whores. So he said, then the guy, one prize, a trip on the horse. So I said, and I feel like I fucking manifested this, and I was like, ooh, trip with some whores. That sounds like the type of fucking present that we want. I was like, trip with whores. I found it funny until they gave all the shitty prizes away.
Yeah.
And then it came to the last few big prizes, and I said to you, I looked to you and I was like, I bet we win this fucking trip with the fucking mangy old horse from outside. That horse looked unwell, bless it.
Did.
And I was not getting on that horse.
No way.
Anyway, they call out a ticket number. Lo and behold, it's our ticket number. There was 2 prizes left.
Yeah.
Trip in the spa, trip with the mangy horse.
Yeah.
I don't even probably need to tell anyone what prize we won. So me manifesting the trip with the horse, we ended up winning the trip with the mangy old horse.
We did. And the thing
was, everyone laughed as well.
It's okay for you because I was the one who had to go up and choose.
I won't get up there.
Well, I didn't want to go up either, and the whole time. Normally with these competitions, you're hoping, is this going to be my number? All I could think is please don't let this be our number. Please don't let this be our number.
I knew you were going to select that fucking horse.
I would just also like to point out to everyone that actually the prizes were hidden. So like they were in envelopes. So obviously I didn't choose to pick the horse.
But I knew it was going to happen, and then everyone laughed, and I thought, oh, for fuck's sake! Just for clarity, we didn't go on the trip with the horse because I didn't like the way.
That would have been animal cruelty.
It didn't look well, bless it.
No, not at all.
So I just thought, fuck's sake! I could have won a nice spa break. I could have won a a day on the jet skis. I could have won a massage. No, I got the trip with a horse. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So
it is what it is.
You know what else I found funny as well on that trip? I don't think you were there when the karaoke first started. There was obviously there was a lot of British people in that hotel.
Yeah.
And I think you went off to the bar, and then like some woman, you might have come back when she was still singing, but she got up, and it was the first woman on. And she sang Tina Turner, "Simply the Best." Now we all love Tina Turner, and we all love "Simply the Best." Do I love "Simply the Best" with a Yorkshire accent? Maybe not.
As well, I know that she was like super keen to get up because when they after they given us the shit prize, they announced, right, up next karaoke, so who wants to have a go? And she literally jumped out of her seat.
Better than alt rest. Better than... Fucking hell, I thought, get off. Oh, it's that fucking... Like, I'm sorry if you're from Yorkshire and you listen to this podcast, but I just don't... I don't particularly like the singing accent. Most people, especially people from London, we like kind of like... Maybe we've got a more neutral accent, but when you sing a song, you usually tailor it to the... like the song, i.e. if it's an American song, you probably sound a little bit American.
Yeah.
I've never sung a song in my accent. Imagine me getting up and singing, I don't know, Simply the Best in my South London accent. It goes back to what we were saying about, you remember that guy that I said about the Hispanic guy that I met in the hotel room in LA?
Oh, yes.
When he said pappy. When I said it, it sounded horrible. Yeah. No wonder he didn't want me to stay in his hotel room anymore. But it's like it was kind of that. It was kind of like a bit of a mood kill.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
She had this thick Yorkshire accent singing Tina Turner. I thought, oh God, you know.
I mean, they were all a bit questionable.
Oh my God. I was also the gummy boy. We've got to talk about the gummy boy. So one of the guys, and obviously I feel like we're throwing shade at these people, but it was an experience. And I will say, we're throwing shade at these people, but we did go to a Muslim country, and it was quite a brave, bold move for us.
Yeah.
It didn't come without its struggles.
No.
Especially me with pink hair, but we'll get onto that. One of the hotel guys was, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Well, he had no teeth, didn't he? Well, he had teeth, but they were tiny.
Yeah, they were almost like sawn down to like little nubs. I don't know how else to describe it. Like
you described it very... You said on the trip... What did you say?
So, I said that how do you get your teeth into that much of a state? It must have been like a really gummy blowjob.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure a blowjob would grind your teeth down unless your cock was made of like rock.
Well, maybe during October when they've got the steel cage on it.
Oh. Well, what's the date? It's October the 20th. He's sucked a lot of penises, isn't he?
Oh,
from to be that small now.
Well.
Fucking me.
Yeah. I don't know what had happened. Obviously could not have asked. We were totally inappropriate. I mean, maybe I should have asked because, you know, I've got a habit of being inappropriate and saying things out of place.
Gummy blowjobs.
The thing I like best, though, obviously we then did meet a very lovely couple. Whose names
they were fun.
We did get their names, but they checked through all our podcast episodes as we left and laughing out loud. So
they did. Yeah,
they were from just outside Liverpool. But
yeah,
if you're listening,
lovely.
hopefully you're listening. It was lovely to meet you. But I didn't. Obviously, I was trying to be polite and not use the word blowjob because you were trying to relay that story to them, and so. All I did instead is like move my hand in front of my mouth and put my tongue in my cheek. You know, the famous blow. And honestly, the two of them erupted after.
It was an experience. How about when I sat on that pussy and fell over in front of everyone?
Yeah. So there were a lot of...
That was another disgusting story. No, I'm joking. It was one of those cats. That fucking cat hated me. I sat on it and nearly killed it. That's why. By accident. I didn't realise the fucking cat was sitting on the chair. Well, what's that fucking noise? Wow, the poor little cat's head sticking out my arsehole.
Yeah, a lot of stray cats there were in Tunisia, weren't they? Yeah.
Pink hair went down a treat, as I knew it would. When I say that, I mean I got a lot of comments.
Yeah.
I loved it when we were walking like into the Medina, and obviously these are like they've never seen a boy with pink hair before, and you were getting, oh, come my brother, come in, let's go get cigarettes, let's get bags, let's get this, and then when I walk past, oh, sexy shop, you come for the sexy shop. I'm like, what, because I've got pink hair?
Yeah, it was pretty hard. It was pretty hard.
Oh, I didn't give a flying fuck what they thought. I'm not coming back in. It's a shithole. No, the holiday was lovely.
I think for the most part, people were... Obviously, they were staring, which makes you really uncomfortable. But most of them who did actually say something tried to be nice.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I didn't really get any negativity from any of the locals or the people from Tunisia.
No.
It was the people from the UK, which I had the problem with. So going out, and it was lovely, going to Medina, going on the boat that day, like it was lovely. But yeah, I could see the Tunisian locals staring at me and like smiling. A couple of people said it was beautiful, like they'd never seen hair like that on a boy, blah, blah, blah. Fine. That's all well and good. But it's the British people that I had the problem with. And there was one particular guy in that fucking hotel of ours that really, really pissed me off.
Yeah.
And he was quite homophobic, wasn't he, to us?
Was really homophobic.
Before, like, this is a bit of bit of a more serious part of the podcast, then we'll get into the nasty, slutty stuff that we usually do. But he was quite homophobic to us, and in particular, well, no, to both of us, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you made a comment about it, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, okay.
So he was quite like, I will say, like, he was grossly overweight, which was fine, but he got out this swimming pool like a, I don't know, Daniel Craig after lockdown, maybe.
I think it was more like Free Willy coming over the wall.
Not that I have a problem with that, but it was the way that he thought that I was looking at his body, and I was like, girl, no, my love, you've got nothing to worry about.
Couldn't be further from the truth.
And then he was obviously saying stuff about, like, he was afraid of being bummed. He's got nothing, like, gays, like all this sort of shit. Like, and I don't ever like to, like, I never, like, record anyone without the permission, blah, 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 blah. I didn't record this guy, video record him, but I did take a little bit of an audio just to send back to my friends.
Yeah.
And explain, like, this is the reason why we do this podcast. This is the reason why we stick two fingers up to what people think when it comes to this pod. And, like, we know it's explicit. We know it's sometimes quite X-rated.
Yeah.
But we don't care. We do it because we like it. And we do it because of people like this. We have a little audio that I took. This is just a little bit of snippet of some of the many things that he said. So shall I run it?
Let's hear it.
Let's hear Mr. Homophobe in all of his glory.
Can you imagine that if I'm in club? Where you off? I'm off with two gays. These are big. So that cunt don't bump me. Mate, I'm going to be your best friend. I don't care what you are. I've now got to go out without find some cheap lager.
Well, I don't think you've got any chance of him listening to this podcast.
If he does, I don't want him to.
Well, I do not I'm not throwing shade at him in any way, shape or form, but if you're going to come for us, accuse us of being... That one of the lights have just gone off.
Oh.
Accuse us of being predators, then you're gonna get aired.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think to be honest, like, you also did very well with it, because obviously, as we know, you are.
Well, I didn't want to end up in Tunisian jail. So,
not until later on in the holiday.
Definitely.
But I was the one who actually took more offence, and I know it wasn't necessarily... I mean, it was aimed at us. It was aimed at both of us.
Oh, it was definitely aimed at us, because even when we were going to the swimming pool, the gays are here, look, the gays are back. But anyway, fuck him.
Fuck him. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't give him a time of day after that. And also, the other thing... I don't know. I don't want to go too much into character assassination. But the way he sprayed me talking was absolutely disgusting. How I haven't got some kind of... horrible disease.
Oh, don't.
Gout or something, probably.
Well, it's like things like that which make you just glad to be who you are, and you didn't really upset us, my love. No. We couldn't wait to talk about you on this podcast.
Absolutely.
There was a few reading this, like, obviously stuff like that can make you feel shit, but it can also make you feel incredibly great and glad to be who you are. So there was a few. I looked on the internet. There was a few, like, I loved, like, seeing people's comebacks to homophobia, and people saying, like, some reasons why they're glad to be gay. Some of them I agree with, some of them I don't. But we'll read a few out. Just as we are clapping back to the homophobes, shall we say, in this episode. I love this one. If someone accuses me of being gay, I just respond with, "Are you asking or are you hoping?" Almost shuts them up instantly. I'm going to do that from now on.
That's a good response. That's a great response.
Somebody else said, "I've just come out accidentally to my family in the worst way possible. My really old grandma was saying how all gay people are going to hell, and I didn't want to deal with it, so I started to leave. My cousin asked where I was going, and I just said, hell, apparently." What have I done? The most terrifying 5 minutes of my life, but now it's over. I'm kind of fucking proud of myself.
Oh, good, well done, yeah, well done.
That's what I would have done. Hell, apparently. That's where I'm going. Hell. I quite like that way to come out.
That's great, yeah.
Somebody else. My teacher wanted a story that was really going to shock him. So I wrote a cute little story about a couple, Fletcher and Mia, falling in love.
Okay.
Oh no, hold on, I've read it wrong. My teacher wanted a story that's going to shock... Oh, no, I did read it right.
Okay.
Right, I ain't editing this bit out because I ain't got time, so let's just start this again. Ready? My teacher wanted a story that's going to shock him, so I wrote a cute little story about a couple, Fletcher and Mia, falling in love. And so the last sentences of the story went, "So what's your full name? I mean, what's Mia short for?" Mia says, "Michael." Because my teacher is very homophobic, I'm going to force him into enjoying a fluffy love story with no gender pronouns as well. And what shame you liked a story about a gay couple. Sorry. Yes.
That is amazing. Love that one. Love that one.
I bet he was like, "Oh, this story's so good."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You just liked a story about gay sex, sir.
Take that home and read to your family.
Oh, people are so good, and they fucking love people.
That was great. Love that one.
Somebody else shared a screenshot of a text message from their aunt on the World Wide Web, as we will call it, and I loved it. It was a screenshot of what her aunt, said to her, and then her response. So the aunt reads, "I hope I didn't upset you earlier. That was not my intention. You need to stop being so sensitive, and I didn't mean faggot in a bad way. I just mean you gay people have a lot of drama. I tried to understand this bi shit you claim to be, but you teenagers make stuff up all the time. You're young and you will find a man. You can change. You used to be so clever. If you can't accept my help, don't come to Indy's birthday. I do not want you ruining the day." Ooh, bitch.
That's got me wound up, that is.
So shall we hear her response?
Yes, please.
So she said, "Hi, Aunt Marie. Don't worry about it at all. I know what you're like after a few bottles of wine. I can't make Indy's birthday, I'm afraid. I have a huge lesbian orgy that day, and me and the other faggots have been planning it for months. By the way, how's your divorce going? I saw Uncle Lee with his new girlfriend. She was about 20 years younger than you, is that right? Speak soon."
Yes.
That's the way to fucking do it, isn't it?
That's the way to do it.
That's the way I wouldn't do it. I would be so mean and horrible.
Well, you probably go around the house and start putting petrol bombs in the letterbox.
I'm not going to say what I did. I don't want the police at the door. But yeah, that was a nice way to do it.
Oh, what a bitch. Aunt Maria. Aunt Maria?
Aunt Marie. Oh. They'll love those little clapbacks, and that's why we did that. That's why we do it for these fucking homophobes. But yeah, there were a few other people that said kind of there was reasons why. I think there was a poll online, and they was asking why gay people or LGBTQ plus people are glad that they're queer, or gay. Some of them I kind of get, some of them I don't.
Okay.
So let's dive in and read a couple. So the first one is when a straight person reveals their close-mindedness. Depending on where you live, this may be more or less frequent. But whenever I hear a straight person say something that reveals their sheer ignorance to the world's diversity, it makes me pity them. The world has so much to offer outside of the mainstream heterosexual bubble. Gays know that life is much more fun when everything is rainbow-coloured. I don't agree with this one. I think anyone can be closed-minded and ignorant, not just straight people. Yeah. I do understand it from a gay person's point of view, but I think, fuck me, you get some ignorant fucks in the gay world as well.
You do, yeah.
And also, life isn't always fun, rainbow-coloured.
Yeah, so sometimes I like to wear black as well.
My fucking attitude is not rainbow-coloured. It's very black and white. The next one, I do like this one. When there's accidental pregnancies. Anytime I see a straight couple and have to deal with an accidental pregnancy, part of me deep down is like, wow, thank God I don't have to deal with that shit. I'm sure y'all can relate, right?
Yeah.
Well, I can now. I mean, but when we had Belle, it wasn't accidental.
No,
But I can understand a gay person being like, fuck me, thank God I'd taken up the ass.
There's no ovaries back there.
Eddie, any accidental pregnancy scares gone your way?
No, none at all. No. Not that I know of. If anyone wants to come forward.
Oh, I see a little synagogue of Jewish people. No, that's your mum. Loads of little mini will from in between us.
Ask them to pronounce the word Robin or something like that.
What? If the kids can't pronounce the R's.
Yeah.
The next one, when there's no expectation of me being the man in the relationship, compared to heterosexual relationships, gay relationships are more likely to disregard the outmoded stereotypes about the role of the man and the woman in the relationship. A gay relationship is like two intrinsically cut pieces of puzzle that magically fit together to form a perfect union. We're not so bound by traditional stuff, so it's easy to be ourselves with our loved ones. Not in South London, it's not. I like the idea of it, but I don't necessarily think that the man and the woman thing doesn't come up in gay relationships.
In some maybe, but I don't think in most. I would.
I mean, from a person, like an outsider looking in, I've had people say to me, "Which one's the man? Which one's the woman?"
Yeah.
So yeah, and I suppose that does mainly come from straight people, but but yeah, if you've got a relationship where you don't need to define which one you are, then great.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The next one, when the bar TV is showing RuPaul's Drag Race instead of sports, this one I can get behind. Listen, I love to watch hot, sweaty, athletic dudes running up and down the fields as much as the next guy, but thank goodness gay bar owners realise that this is not the vibe that we want. Keep RuPaul's Drag Race on the TVs, enough said. That is why I love West Hollywood.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. They always do like showings of every episode, don't they, in a lot of the bars there as well. Love that.
I'd rather have RuPaul's Drag Race over a football anytime.
Yeah, absolutely. So do I.
The next one is the most blatant one. When I'm balls deep in his arse. Last but not least, there's a moment of clarity and confirmation that I get when I'm balls deep in the arse of a hot twig. It's that little moment of zen where I stop and go, gee, this is truly great to be a gay man having amazing gay sex. It's really about the little things in life, isn't it? There's an infinite amount of possible timelines in the universe, and you ended up as a gay man. That's pretty damn special, so feel thankful for it.
I think that's the best one so far.
Well, yeah. You don't always want to be balls deep in a gay man, though, do you?
Not always.
Depends on who it is, I suppose.
Depends on who it is.
Good hell. Oh God. Well, on that note, let's leave the homophobes alone now.
We shall leave them to their...
We have a little clap back of ourselves from a very amazing gay icon and ally of the LGBTQ plus community, and she has a response and a little bit of a clap back of her own to Mr. Homophobe on holiday, so we will hand it over to Lady Gaga.
Read Between the Wines invites you to politely piss off with your homophobic comments unless you are buying tickets to the live show on the 29th November. If so, the boys will save you a special seat at the front.
Oh, another rant coming up of mine whilst we're on the fucking subject. I'm fucking sick of seeing Halloween decorations already, and it's October the 20th now, so it's probably more acceptable now. I fucking hate Halloween.
Yeah, you hate Halloween.
I hate it. Oh, it drives me mad. Even going in the shops now, like 3/4 of the front of every shop is Halloween decorations. I can't stand it.
I don't know. Obviously, it's an American thing that's been picked up here. Although I don't know. I remember doing things.
It's not strictly American.
When I was a kid. But like nowadays, where you can't do actually anything other than, well, kids can't go trick or treating anyway. So like,
well, they can, of course they can.
I know, but it's so unsafe, isn't it?
It depends where you are. It depends on the community. It depends where you are. I mean, if you let your kid do it by yourself, then yeah. Anyway, this is boring.
Or otherwise, the other thing is you go out in a slutty costume, but you can go anywhere in a slutty costume anytime.
I wouldn't recommend a slutty costume trick or treating. You'll end up fucking arrested. But yeah, I fucking hate it. I absolutely hate Halloween. I'm not gonna lie. Although I was also reading an article, and there there was a few suggestions on how to spice up your Halloween if you're not a Halloween fan like myself.
Okay.
Don't know if I would do any of these, but let's give it a
Let's see it.
So they said that if you don't like Halloween and you just want to stay in with your partner, these are the things that you could be doing.
Okay. Oh God, here we go.
Oh no, they're not that bad, but like some. The first one is adult trick-or-treater. Nobody is too old for trick-or-treating, especially when you've got a costume like that on, which I'm assuming is quite slutty.
Yes.
Ring your lover's door and ask if he's got anything hard and sweet to suck on. Our guest is he'll be happy to treat you, no tricks. Listen, I am not knocking on anyone's door asking if they've got something hard and sweet to suck on.
No chance.
I'm not even doing that inside the house. Imagine accidentally doing that. Imagine if they look like your partner live with their parents. You've got a little mask on, you can't really see it, and you end up saying it to the dad or someone like that.
I mean, it's bold. Don't think I would do it. I don't think I would do that.
I mean, it's one way to spice up trick-or-treating, but be careful who you ask to suck on.
Yeah. Make sure they live alone, maybe.
No, I didn't understand this one, but it says incubus. What's incubus? Let me read it first. Recite the incarnation and summon a demonic sex spirit known as incubus. Okay, that just answered my question. You have to sell your soul to the devil if you want to fuck this seductive man siren, but it'll probably be worth it. Imagine your partner coming back after work. Come here, my sex siren. A man siren.
I think I'd rather have them knock on the door and say, have you got something hard and sweet for me to suck on, I think, to be honest.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know what's worse.
Imagine if you come home after work, you work in the office all day, you come home and your partner's got some horns on, a little jockstrap on, and goes, come here, my man siren. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
The cauldron in front of them or something. Oh, no.
Fucking candles all around the floor. I'd be like, is this a seance? But again, it's maybe one way to do it.
Maybe. I don't know. Not one way I would choose.
People make me laugh. Fucking shit they come up with. Next one's called vampire. See, now, just before I carry on, I'm trying to make the best out of Halloween here, people.
Yes.
I won't like it. I will rant about it again next week, but I'm trying to make light of my distaste by this little segment, so I hope you all appreciate it. Next one is vampire. So put on some fangs and dress up like a dapper ghoul, and you won't know whether you want to suck his blood or suck his cock. When the sun goes down, the creatures of the night come out to play. Ooh, that sounds seductive, doesn't it?
Those fake fangs are awful as well.
I know, and it's like that you can't speak in them. So I'm like,
exactly.
What?
Goes back to that gummy blowjob.
Oh God! I said. Suddenly the magic's gone. I thought you were choking. I fucking hate those little fangs.
Yeah, I hate them too. Unless. And the only thing that would make it worse is if those people actually get fangs installed. Like, you could literally give someone a new
I'd find that quite hot though when they've got to, like, when not real fangs. I'm not getting turned on over Dracula here, but like when guys have like a little bit of a point.
Okay,
quite nice, but not full on fucking fangs.
No, not hanging over your bottom lip.
Also, I'm not sure. Like when it says he won't know whether you want to suck his blood or suck his cock. I probably don't want you sucking me off with fangs on.
No, exactly.
Accidentally might circumcise me. Did I ever tell you that story about my friend that got sucked off?
No.
Here
we go.
Years ago, I haven't spoke to these people in like over 20 years. No, 15 years now, so I don't care. We, in my friendship group, had a friend, I'm not going to name any names, but he started dating a girl that I was like kind of talking to and like flirting with, and we kissed a couple of times, but we'd never done anything like that. Thank fuck we did it now. He then ended up like going out with her. I was like, fine, whatever, I don't care. Like, she had braces on, like permanent braces. One night they was like at home together having a movie night, and he texted like me and my other friend to say that he was going to the hospital. And when we phoned him, we asked why, and he said that the girl was giving him a blowjob and ripped his foreskin in two with the brace. It got caught on one of the braces. Now she's like lifted up, it's ripped into his foreskin. I was like, fuck me. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm looking at his fangs. I'm like, no. Mm-mm.
Oh my god, that must hurt so much. I thought it was going to be like, got a couple of pubes and ripped his old pubic...
no, a lot worse than that.
Oh my god.
I never found out after, though, if he got circumcised because of it or whether they just sewed it up.
Did he go back to her?
I don't know. Well, they stayed together, but I don't know what happened after that. I see her pop up sometimes on Facebook, and that's all I can see. I'll go, oh, she's the human circumcision doll.
Forever picking out skin from between her teeth. Ugh.
Imagine that on a job description. What are you? I'm the human circumcision woman. I circumcise men with my braces. That was one mistake that I bet he never wanted to do again. That put you off blowjobs for life, wouldn't it? Even if, like,
absolutely.
Say you split up and then you met somebody else and she smiled and she had like just one brace. You'd be like, no.
Oh no.
Unless you've got Invisalign, I don't want to know. Fucking hell.
Oh my god, that must hurt so much.
They're definitely not going to listen to this fucking podcast. Next one, zombies. So role playing as two zombies in the heat can help bring out some of your primal desires. When you try going at it with flailing your limbs and communicating using only grunts, you'll see what I'm talking about. Ain't that just sex anyway?
Exactly, yeah. I'm pretty sure I've had sex with a couple of zombies in my life.
The grunts.
No brain cells, can't stick a sentence together, walking around aimlessly.
Zombies are just dead people walking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely had sex with a few zombies as well. Next day I lifted the cover up and it's like, oop. Back to the freezer.
Where's Buffy when you need her?
God. I was in zombie film, weren't I? Remember?
Yes, you were, yes.
Yeah. I wasn't a very good zombie. Because I
You
tried...
were in Sorry.
No, go on.
You were in a vampire film as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got like experience in this field.
Is this why you hate Halloween?
Maybe. Yeah, I've been in 2 Halloween films actually. But the zombie one, I tried to be like, what's that fucking film? The Tom Cruise one, War of the Worlds. Is that the zombie one?
No.
World War Z, one of them.
Oh, World War Z.
World War Z. I tried to be like that kind of zombie, which is a
Right.
bit erratic, and then I got told by the director, "You can't. That's not what we want as a zombie." They wanted the old-fashioned like arms out, and I was like, "But that ain't realistic. That's what happened in the like 1950s and 60s. I want to be this zombie."
Yeah.
Was I allowed to fucking do it? No, I weren't. I had to be the fucking stupid zombie that they wanted me to be.
Didn't have the creative.
I was like, this is not what a zombie does. The next one, the last one is werewolf. This one is perfect if you're dating a bear. I think you get the idea. No need to even wait for the full moon. Take your werewolf. Oh, that's what werewolf make, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the werewolf, yeah. I always used to go back to when I was younger and did celebrate Halloween, and actually like into like adulthood as well. I often went as like as a werewolf, mostly because like you could kind of get away with your own clothes.
Why? But if it's a hairy werewolf.
Oh no! I had to cut up like a mink thing and put them over my arms. But,
Mink.
You know, like a mink, obviously
Mink.
a fake. You know those minks?
Fur.
Yeah,
Faux fur.
Faux fur, yeah.
Did you wear a mask?
Yeah, I wore a mask.
What, you always went as a werewolf?
I don't know. I think because I had a really good scary werewolf mask, and I just thought, I'll just do that again this
Maybe
year.
you should go and have a night out with the furries. If you like dressing up as werewolf. No, I never dressed as werewolf. Mm-mm.
No.
I've never liked Halloween, even as a kid.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get all the fuss. I don't get all the fuss either. I think
the amount of sluts you see as well come out.
Yeah.
It's like it's not the full moon comes out and the sluts all come out. You see them with those fucking fancy dress outfits.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's just on full moons you see them all out. Head down with
I'm
them.
usually there with them, skipping along. Oh yeah, fucking Halloween over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Halloween over.
No more should be said.
Homophobes over. I think this whole episode is just a big rant, really, isn't it?
Basically,
the whole episode's a big rant, just because we've had quite the week.
Yeah.
So yeah, consider us ranting, and you are our counsellors /
Absolutely.
listeners /
Yeah.
therapists. So thank you for listening. And on that note, let's hear some Slutty Confessions.
Let's do it.
I feel like whenever we speak about something or manifests something, it somehow kind of makes its way into the slutty confession segment, which I love.
Yeah, we love this. We
Fucking
love
weird though when it always happens. But anyway, there's a few this week. First one, I'm a 65-year-old man.
Okay.
I am bi, but I should really probably say gay. I've always had this curiosity about a chastity cage. Any thoughts or comments? Well, my love, you should have listened to the last episode.
Yeah,
was it the one
absolutely.
before?
I think it was the one before.
It's quite the fountain of knowledge on chastity cages. To answer that, no, I've never had a curiosity over it.
Oh, no, I haven't either. No,
I don't think I ever will.
Yeah. No.
Well, we're still in October.
We are still in October, so get those last few days in.
Well, I would say if I was you to go on Grindr, you've got 10 days.
There we go.
11 days. Find yourself somebody with a cage on, or go buy yourself one.
Absolutely.
But I wouldn't recommend it.
No.
65 years old then. Now
Yeah,
he's trying to experiment. I'm kind of here for that.
Yeah, I'm here for that as well. Yeah, it's never too late to try these things out.
Cage yourself up, babes.
Yeah, maybe not some of the things.
The next one, I got drunk and my husband shared me. So my husband had his brother over and we had quite a lot of drinks after dinner. I was pretty drunk and was all over my husband, making out, lots of touching. I had my hand down his pants and I started jerking him off a little bit. His brother was watching everything. He was jerking off too. Before I knew it, I had two of them in my face. I was the centre of attention and absolutely loving it. They both fucked me all night and I felt like such a slut, but it was so hot. I hope that he shares me soon. Now, good confession being shared around, but I don't know if it's so good if you're doing it with a brother as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's an experience I would like to.
That sounds like a porno film, don't it? God, that would be an awkward dinner at Christmas, wouldn't it?
Well, any of the other family members, my male family members.
God, no one's safe.
Well, that'll be like, it's my turn. Go on, pass the turkey, pass your wife.
I've said this before. I can't help but think that these sort of ones will rear their ugly heads in a few years' time.
Absolutely, yeah.
But fair play.
That's.
I mean, also the fact that you were jerking your husband off while his brother was in the room is a bit sus as well.
Yeah, I think so.
But whatever makes you happy, my love.
Yeah,
whatever makes you happy.
of course,
I don't know if I'd want to be shared.
No.
I usually get just drunk and start cunting everyone off. No point. The last thing anyone wants to do when I'm drunk is come near me, so I haven't got to worry about that. That's one for the girls. I got caught with my tits out and my tongue down another girl's throat. I'm 29 and I was at a Halloween party. This is a confession of mine, and I was dressed up as a nurse, but the costume was basically my tits with a theme. Lovely Halloween one. I saw another girl that I didn't know keep sneaking looks at my cleavage, so I went over and introduced myself. She was a cutie and complimented my costume and boobs. I was really drunk and one thing led to another. She and I got pretty drunk and made out behind a shed in the back garden. She felt me up, pulled my tits out and started playing with them. Just my luck, some guy comes behind the shed trying to find a spot to piss and finds me with my tits out, making out with another girl. It was really funny. I ended up making out of him too before the night was over. Love this one.
Now that's a Halloween party.
That is definitely a British Halloween party.
Yeah, for sure.
Tits out at the back of the shed. That sounds like someone from South East London.
Does. Yeah, it really
that is
does.
not an American person. Especially when she's using the words tits and piss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Go on, girl.
Well done. Well
Go on,
done.
girl.
Making the best out of a shitty holiday.
Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Maybe I'll like Halloween if I get my titties out.
Maybe we should, if you can send us a link to the, the nurse's uniform, maybe we can have a look and get it for the live show.
I'm sure I can find one. I'm not wearing a nurse. Not on the live show. Fuck off. Definitely not. But yeah, maybe that's what I'm going wrong. Next one, this is definitely a British person as well.
Okay.
Oh yeah, she said she's 24 and from the UK. Now, could you imagine any other nationality naming the confession with "I got fingered at the bus stop"?
Oh, the lost art of fingering.
Yeah, exactly. It's dying out, isn't it? According to Mickey Flanagan. So,
yeah, absolutely.
She said, after a night of flirting with a guy, I wanted to take him back to my uni accommodation. We waited at the bus stops and he kept kissing me. He was super horny and pushy and eventually slid his finger up my skirt and into my pants. He then started fingering me when it was so hot. I came on his fingers and he licked them clean. Ugh. I hope no one saw us. When we got back, he was super kinky and he fucked me in the missionary and choked me extra hard.
Oh, there we go.
I love that she rounded it off and she made it sound like it was a romantic evening.
Hopefully you're still together.
Look at his fingers at the bus stop.
Maybe you graduated from university and from fingering at bus stops as well.
Fucking hell. Oh, God. I don't know why I find that revolting. Probably because it's at the bus stop as well. I'm like, could you not wait until you got back to the uni accommodation, hun?
Yeah.
Imagine a little old lady coming past.
Has the 69 come yet?
Yeah, about to. Oh my God, the poor old lady if she was there. This one's a confession, but also a little bit asking for some advice, I think.
Okay.
So she's 22 years old and she says, do guys really have to wait after coming, or is that a myth? So my ex, who was 26, always used to say that he had to wait after he nutted. But he couldn't keep going because it was sensitive. But he would finish after a few minutes and it wasn't really that pleasurable for me. But the past few weeks I've been seeing a new guy that's really well hung and he's able to blow 2 to 3 loads back to back every time we hooked up. Is it just a size thing? He's near twice the size of my ex and has a lot bigger balls. Is that what's happening, or is my ex just lying? It's nothing to do with size, babes. On this spectrum, I probably side more with the ex on this one. Like, it probably is a little bit more sensitive for him, particularly if he's uncircumcised. B, yes, some people do have to wait as well.
Yeah.
And C, what I will say is, and I can't speak on behalf of everyone, but the minute if I've slept with someone and once we've come, I can't think of anything fucking worse than being around something sexual or bodily fluids. Like, it fucking repulses me. I'm like, get that away from me now, please. I don't. Oh. So maybe that's what he's. Maybe he just after he just doesn't like it.
Yeah, I think some people would just do.
People just don't want to do it after.
Yeah.
Stop shaming him, girl.
Yeah, it's definitely not a size thing.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just different folks, different strokes.
Yeah, exactly.
Quite literally. Oh. Well, if you could wait a little bit, why are you being so impatient? Why do you need someone to blow 3 loads?
Yeah. Greedy.
Yeah. Greedy bitch.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, the next one. I feel like these are all from the. I know 73% of our audience are UK, and then obviously 16 is the US or something, something like that. But I can't remember.
They're creeping up.
Feel like that this is a load of British people this week.
Yeah.
She says, I can't read this one out. I let a stranger make me come on the plane. I was flying out to visit my friends and I sat next to a stranger and I hit it off with him. I don't usually flirt, but I decided, fuck it, why not, right? I've had a few drinks on the plane. Well, it paid off. When the lights turned down, he whispered to me if I wanted him to make me come when the plane takes off. Hold on, girl. The plane ain't even took off yet.
Well, she's working fast.
This is taxi. This tells me that they're taxiing to the runway because that's when they turn the lights down before they fucking take off.
Yeah.
Girl, you need to wait a little bit. Anyway, I was so nervous and shy, I just nodded and giggled, thinking maybe he wasn't serious. But as soon as the light went off, he snuck his hand under my blanket and slowly started circling my vagina. He yanked my legs open a little bit. Why am I talking like it's so seductive?
I don't know.
Just
You're really getting into this story.
I'm not getting into it. I feel like I was narrating a porno just then. Anyway, let's go back to he yanked my legs open slowly when inserting 2 fingers rubbing my clit. I came so hard it was difficult for me to be quiet, and I'm usually a pretty loud slut in bed. I feel like such a dirty slut for letting a stranger touch me, but do I regret it? Hell no. I'd gladly welcome it again. Well, I hope it's one of those planes where there's just 2 seats.
Yeah.
Because the poor old person sitting next to you...
Someone sat in the middle of them.
Oh, imagine. Excuse me.
Mr. Tickle there with his extendable arm.
Could you put your tray up, please? I need to get over to her flange. Fucking hell.
I mean...
It's quite a bold move, isn't it?
It's a bold move, but... as a nervous flyer myself, I'm wondering if it's a.
Maybe that's where we're going wrong.
Maybe I should ask my.
I need someone to shuffle my deck because I'm taking off. Forget about takeoff. I mean, I'm all for getting drunk before the plane. I mean, I got smashed before we flew off to Tunisia, but I'm not about to rub one out.
No, I don't think. I think it's a little bit. It's too far. It's definitely far.
I hope they was either in business or at the back of the plane. Imagine midway as they're bringing the trolleys round the duty frees.
No, I think that's definitely economy class behaviour.
Gotta be, innit?
Maybe
Good
economy.
confession, though.
Maybe economy premium at best.
Good confession.
Great confession.
Next one is really bad.
Okay, here we go.
Not in it is one of my favourite ones.
Okay.
Now, I thought us having the horse prize was bad luck.
Okay. Oh God.
So this person says, something happened to me about a week ago. I was shopping at my local supermarket when I was approached by a young, fit guy who bumped into me. I was wearing some tight jeans and a crop top. Nothing too much. Anyway, we started talking in the aisle and I could see that he was much younger than me, but he was very attractive. We really kind of hit it off in the middle of the shop. Went to the checkout and walked out. As we started walking out, he grabbed my arse cheek a little bit. And as we got out to the car park, he asked, "Are you going to suck me in my car or your car?" "Your car," I replied. And we ended up quickly going back to his car to finish up. It was quite the experience. I had no idea that this was my son's school bully.
Oh my God.
Fucking hell.
Oh my God.
So the title of this confession is I'm 41 and I sucked and fucked my son's bully.
Oh my God.
That poor child. Well, not child. They're over 16. Like, must have been a college kid. Fucking hell.
That's so bad.
Imagine going around there to sort if you start kid come home because especially British people.
Yeah.
We'll go around their fucking house and we'll go fucking have it out. Imagine him opening the door. That poor kid is going to get bullied even more now. I fucked your mum.
Exactly.
I fucked your mum.
God.
Oh, like when kids go, your mum?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, it's literally your mum. That is one of the best confessions I've ever read on this podcast.
It's one of the best confessions. Oh my God.
That's bad luck, isn't it?
That is bad luck. Although I wonder if the bully knew.
Well, maybe this is why he was doing it.
Either
but
way,
we'll never know. And then, if you want to continue on the conversation, let us know what happened after. Please do. But
please,
I love that one.
Know. Yeah, that's great. Oh God.
Next one, I showed my pussy at wagamammas. I was on a road trip with my girlies a couple of months ago. We stopped at wagamammas. I was actually feeling really horny when I noticed the guy at the tills was slightly older but really attractive. Since I was going to be in the car for hours with my girls, I was dressed super basic with comfy tank top on and loose short PJs with no bra or pants on. So I decided to wait for a moment while my girls were busy and I was by the tills and pretended to drop something so I could bend over in front of him and flush in my pussy through my shorts. When I turned around, he was still staring at me. I loved every minute of it. What'd you get up to today? Flash my minge at wagamammas. Fucking hell.
Wow.
Some people make me laugh. I'm like, fucking hell.
I guess when the moment takes you, you can't decide where you are.
Not exactly the most romantic thing, is it?
No, exactly. No.
Sounds like a Jeremy Kyle tagline, doesn't it?
It does.
My next guest flushed her vagina at wagamammas. Oh my God. People fucking make me laugh.
Oh my God, yeah.
Okay, we got two more. Oh, they're bringing them this week with the confessions. So this person says, I'm 44 years old and I've just inserted a bedpole. I know, I was a bit confused as well. I share an insertion kink with my daddy dom, which is mostly online. Didn't know there was such thing as an insertion kink. I'm learning now. You think we would have known this?
Yeah.
By his order, I just inserted the knob of the bedpole into my pussy. Oh, God, I can't read this. As an added bonus, I did it with a butt plug already in my arse. It felt great being stretched, and my daddy was very pleased with the video I sent him.
Wow. I mean, I've heard,
like mounted the bed knob.
I've heard of people being flexible, but this is a whole different level.
Oh my god! Imagine if you got stuck on the bed knob.
It'd be like one of those stories you hear about going to A&E and saying, "Oh, I fell over and tripped." And
I'm not sure how she would though. If she stuck it on the knob of the bed pole, she's probably perched on the end of the bed. I hope it weren't a wooden bed pole. Imagine she gets splinters.
I don't know. Would a metal one be any better? I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to be inserting a bed pole into any hole of mine.
No, I think that's a recipe for disaster.
I didn't know such things existed as an insertion kink. Got to be careful though, love. Got to be careful. What is it with people with butt plugs and bed poles?
People are all over them, literally. People are all over them, literally.
Okay, the last one. I heard my Christian sister-in-law. Today was the day I will never fucking forget. I was visiting my brother and sister-in-law for the weekend. She's 20 years old. Oh, she's 20 years older and absolutely stunning. I've always had a crush on her. Anyway, everyone went to church together today and then went home for afternoon naps. They must have thought I was asleep or didn't care because I heard her getting absolutely fucking railed by my brother. I've never in my life heard her cuss. But here she was practically screaming things like, "Fuck me," and "Fuck me harder." This went on for a solid 30 minutes as I stroked myself practically the whole time. I hope this isn't the last time that I hear her. It's like Mormon Girls Gone Wild, isn't it? Or Amish Girls Gone Wild. Leave her alone.
I mean, I guess there's technically nothing wrong with that, but it's a bit close to home.
Funny though, isn't it, when the little goody two shoes, it's like
yeah, absolutely
doesn't swear. He's heard her getting his name is Matthew. Matthew heard her getting railed. Should have did an audio like I did of the game man, Matthew.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
See what I mean? See, there's one bit of advice you can take from this episode is fucking always film it.
Absolutely.
Well, not video. Not video.
No, that's too far.
Should have sent an audio clip in, Matthew. We would have played it out.
Absolutely, yeah. The F's and blinds and.
Oh lordy. Well, this has been one massive rant fest, hasn't it?
It has been one massive rant fest today. Yes.
So we thank you for listening.
Yes.
As always, as we will say every week up until the live show, 29th of November. Tramshed Theatre in Woolwich. Please come get tickets. Tickets are available now on Eventbrite. Selling fast. You can get tickets on our website at www.rbtwthepodcast.com.
That's correct.
You can also follow us on social media.
Yes, you can find us on Instagram at RBTW the podcast, or you can also find us on TikTok at RBTW official.
And as always, as we always say, please continue to like, share, subscribe, give us a 5-star rating. You can listen to this podcast on Amazon Prime, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Audible, all other streaming platforms, as well as the website itself.
Yes.
So, yes, please continue to listen.
Comments, likes, shares, all make such a difference to us.
The more, the fucking merrier.
Yes, so please
bring
continue.
your friends to the live show, have a glass of wine with us. There is a lot of surprises.
There are a lot of surprises
up our sleeves.
Indeed.
We've made big progress this week with a few things that we've got planned. So, yeah, we're really excited, aren't we?
Exactly, yeah.
And on that note, we shall see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.